technical glitches today. So hopefully we'll have a better afternoon now. Okay, so coming to the topic of the session, the topic is women in building the nation. And to address this topic, we have Squadron Leader P. Bharathy. So with immense pleasure, I take this opportunity to introduce the speaker to you all. Squadron Leader P. Bharathy has worked with Indian Air Force as a technical officer in the field of aeronautical engineering. During her service, she has held 2 commanding officer tenures of IAF signals units, where she has led 100 plus soldiers in peace and deployment locations for achieving military tasks. She is an MBA graduate from IIM Kolkata. She has also done her management studies from the leading institutes of the country like ISB Hyderabad, IIT Delhi, IIM Lucknow, and XLRI Jamshedpur. Currently, she is working as a corporate leadership coach and personality development coach for final year engineering and management students to provide overall personality development. Post-military, following HEART, she has learnt 15 forms of Indian traditional visual arts from field experts. She owns a studio and a startup brand and provides consultation on craft entrepreneurship. A versatile, fun-loving personality, graduated in Bharatanatyam, an Air Force athletic champion, and played for a state kabaddi team, loves reading and exploring Indian Vedic science, and an active social servant. Ma'am, literally, I should tell you, I got goosebumps while reading out your profile.
Oh God. Thank you so much. I'm just crossing my fingers. The network should be fine. I'm loving to
Yes,
interact
ma'am.
with you all.
We too, ma'am. Welcome to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
session and over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Netravati. Thank you. Netravati, if you don't mind, may I know
Yes,
how
ma'am.
many other participants here?
Right now, there are 59 participants logged in, and all are
Oh,
women participants.
okay, fantastic, fantastic. So,
Yes.
first of all, I would like to thank this wonderful platform, the EEE Department of NIT Trichy. And I would love the organizers giving me this topic, the women in building a nation. And my special gratitude goes here for designing these words perfectly. It's like they could have even written that the role of women in the nation's growth or something. That wordings are really loved, women in building the nation. So I would like to express my thanks to you all. Um, I cross my fingers, my network and my slide share, everything goes perfect. Uh, I'm looking forward towards a very nice, interactive, argumentative, debating session rather than me after a heavy lunch. We talk about the history of women in Indian nation building. Okay. Bhanu, can you please permit me to share the file? Bhanu?
I didn't receive any files, ma'am.
I'm not getting the share icon activated. Yeah, share. Okay. I'm not able to share, Bhanu.
Yes, ma'am. I've reset the settings just now. I think you may get it now, ma'am.
Yeah, I just got it. Select this. Are you all able to see my screen?
Okay, ma'am. I'm putting the shading content.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it is
Fantastic.
visible. Women in building the nation.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Very good afternoon, audience and my dear students. This is Squadron Leader Bharathy. And I know for the past 4 days, you have been going through this wonderful session or awakening the women inside you repeatedly, people coming and talking to you. You're a woman, you're a woman, you're a woman. So I hope you must have been pumped up with the womanhood inside. Right. I just want to take some of your feedbacks in this past 4 days, some highlighted points that you enjoyed through this series of lectures. So you can raise your hands. Bhanu can unmute and we can have a conversation session. And before starting that, I would like to confess about two things. One is that I'm not a person who would be giving you so much of Google content after heavy lunch and making you sleep. So I would like to talk, and I'm looking forward towards an energetic conversation and a mutual learning session. And while speaking, I may appear, I'm going out of the topic here and there, but I will connect the dots. So I would request you to keep the patience. And the second thing is that I have the habit of slipping into either Hindi or Tamil when I interact with the students. So here it being a national platform, if I'm doing that and maximum participants being Tamilians, so I do not want to do that. If I'm going for towards that, somebody please stop me and I would revert it back. So I would like to express my apologies at the beginning itself. Fine. So can I take some feedback from few of you? If you can raise your hands. What did you enjoy in this series for the past 4 days? Some take-home lessons, if anybody is willing to share. By the way, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am.
Netravat. Okay, fine.
The participants
Yeah,
can
is it
then
possible to?
click on raise hand so that they can interact with madam. I can unmute them.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I have any list of? Yeah. Somebody's coming on.
Bharathy Sivan ma'am is raised hand.
Okay. Is there anyone coming forward?
Uh,
Okay, I'll put up a choose the best answer question. If you don't want to go for a subjective question, choose the best answer. The lecture was based upon the legal side, the health front, and the personality development front, and the technical academic aspects. So can someone put it in the chat box that which is that area which you like the most, which influenced you, or which created some impact in you? Can someone put it in the chat box?
ma'am, we have a member, Dr. Sailata Ramanujan, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, Sailata Ramanujan, ma'am, I have unmuted you. You can speak.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, Shailata. Glad to meet you.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Actually, I've been struggling. I've not been able to, attend the sessions with my laptop because I was, on the move. And today is the
Okay.
first time I'm getting to voice my
Oh,
opinion or
fantastic.
whatever. I was not able to
Nice.
chat also all this while. I don't know what was happening. I kept raising my hand. I kept putting my, in this phone, it's a bit difficult. Anyway,
This
coming to the
has
point,
its
very
own
nice.
technical shortcomings. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, please. I would love to hear.
Very nice to meet you, Squadron Leader Bharti. I myself am an ex-naval officer. I'm
Fantastic.
right now in
Mhm.
Chennai working as a gynecologist in a Chettinad Institute. So yeah, the best part was the legal. I've crossed 50, so I have kind of learned some lessons in the lessons of life by experience. So the best part was the legal. I so many things I was not aware at all, and I came to know so many points. But anyway, I have to sit and go through all those PDFs. Since I was not able to give all my time. So that was my what do you call knowledge acquisition after this
Fantastic.
course. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank
Shailata. Thank you. Anybody else? I can take one or two responses so that I understand which is your favorite area. I'll pitch my lecture on that. Anybody else? Banu, is it possible for me to see the chat window? I'm not seeing the chat. Is there anybody responding there?
Ma'am, if you go on top.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Yeah, Richa. Which is the most favorite area which you enjoyed in the series of lectures?
Most of us told yoga session yesterday afternoon.
Well-being. Okay.
Mental health.
Nice. Women in
Human
research.
research.
Okay. Thank you, Megha, for that.
Tulasi ma'am, you can
madam.
also speak.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
I am Tulasi Mani from Government College of Engineering, Tirunelveli.
Oh, nice. Okay.
The title of the FDP is Your Signature is Your Identity.
Yeah, that's
The
another
past,
special words.
but
Yeah.
yes, sir, I like the title very much and I convert the title. So
Mm-hmm.
that is your signature is your identity. Mine signature is my identity. Because
Fantastic.
each and every, yes. So we are responsible for each and every activities.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Nice.
especially Madam, former of former director of Nimi Madam, says many Sajitis Damas Madam classes very so and so nice. So
Oh,
she's an
lovely.
inspirative person.
Okay, I'm seeing nice responses in the chat box that people have loved this government schemes, entrepreneurship, and Richa. Bhanu, can you please unmute Richa?
Yes, ma'am, giving her.
Yeah. Yeah. Richa, are you able to speak? Fine. I'll catch with Richa subsequently. No. Okay. We will talk.
Yes,
We will
ma'am,
talk.
I think. Hi, hello,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Richa. Hi, Richa. Good afternoon.
Hi, I'm Richa from New Delhi. And
New Delhi.
the session is actually very well planned, starting from Dr. Thomas, who's the only VC in the entire NIT and IIT domain. That was fantastic. And the way Miss Sylvia has actually encouraged us for, the kind of entrepreneurship she was talking about. Moreover, ma'am, I also really liked the way Selvi ma'am has talked about how participation of women in economy, like standing up with men and talking on subjects we basically don't feel like talking, and then you're silently getting into the domains was very well planned and very well conducted. And Miss Reggie, so many points she was just giving us so much of detail I was not aware of. And in fact today's session also that was taken by ma'am, I think Sharanya and Chandya, like how they talked about the various Ghani related issues. Ma'am, we so many times overlook that. The me
Oh,
time factors
yeah.
and the kind of standing up to ourselves. That was
It's
very
it's
well
it's
planned.
very essential to remind ourselves. We know all the theories. We know all the
Yes,
theories,
ma'am.
but then when
So
it comes to practical things, when you get together and talk and remind yourself, it impacts you, right? So this is a nice session. I really love the concept, and thanks to
actually,
Josephine for
and
organizing.
the way the speakers have made us realize that we have the potential. And one thing I'm forgetting the speaker, please forgive me for that. She told that let us not shout that we are women. What is the need? So here I remember Mr.
Fantastic.
Dhoni saying, like, after winning against Australia, we'll go to the stadium as if it is normal for us. So if we are women, so let us not behave as if we're abnormal. We are women because we are women, and that
Yeah,
spoke a
I'm
lot of
coming
that.
to this point. I'm coming to this, but that's very opinion of mine also. I'm coming to this point. Nice to
Thank
hear
you,
that.
ma'am. I'm looking forward really hearing it up, and I'm thankfully I'm able to listen to many sessions. I just missed one or two, and I hope to catch them on YouTube. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Nice,
Thank you, Trichy.
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richa. Thank you, Richa. And now, can I request someone to put it in the chat box? Whatever, when you listen to this topic, women in building the nation, do you get any personality that comes to your mind within 30 seconds? Within 30 seconds, whatsoever comes to your mind, just type it there. Women in building nation, or whomsoever is the personality coming to your mind. Can you please type in the chat? Kiran Bedi, yeah, Indra Nooyi, Sarojini Naidu, Mother Teresa, Kalpana, nice. Indira Gandhi, ma'am. Okay, 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 fine, fine, fine. Lakshmi Bai, nice. Okay, so now let me get into Nirmala Sitharaman. Okay, yeah. And I'm getting into my lecture now. See, can you see this slide? This is what generally our kids go to the school, and when they are given the assignment. Oh, I feel proud because I'm a taxpayer. Neetu, I love you for this. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, Pratampani Katambini. Okay, okay. So when I see this poster, are you able to see it on the screen? And I was like anybody who wants to give a lecture, we will go to Google and search about the topic. So this was popping up. And when I was going through the personalities, I realized, okay, very few personalities we just directly get related. Okay, we have read about Rani Lakshmi Bai, Sarojini Naidu, and but Annie Besant and all. But there are few personalities which I was myself coming across these personalities for the first time. Then I realized, see, so many women have given their heart and soul. Few could recognize their visibility, but more than half of them, they remained in poster. Fine, but they're so nice that they got the place in poster. But there are thousands of women who are involved in building this nation who never bothered to even get into the posters, right? So I thought, why shouldn't I talk about those people? That's where my concentration was going. So when I looked at this, if I start giving a lecture on these women that who are all done, what all those things, that you can search it through Google. Okay, so the moment we do Bharatnatyam, we do a namaskar. And yeah, if you do a martial arts, you do a salute to your master or something like this. So at the beginning of this lecture, I would like to give a grand gratitude and salute to all those pioneers who existed, who paved way for us for whatever we are right now. And then I would like to get into my lecture. I'm not going to explain about each one of them because the concept which I am pitching is going to be totally different. Is that okay with you? And as I said, please keep typing something on the chat box so that am I audible or I'm out of sync? This I will be getting to know. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Mageshwari. Okay. Yeah. So as I said, I would be going out of the topic. It will appear that like I'm going out of the topic, but I'll get back to the point. So I just want to get to this slide. Yeah. So are you able to see the slide? Yeah. So I've given a question. You're a woman in a lonely area. You're trying to take a taxi, and you get to see two taxi drivers. Okay, which taxi driver you're more likely to get bored? Okay, left one or right one? The sitting one is right, and the elder one is left. So give me left or right. Which one you would prefer? Just put it in the chat box. None. Okay, if I'm giving only one option, okay, left or right. The one who is sitting on the taxi is right. The one in the elderly figure is left. Okay. So somebody said right. Somebody said right. Okay. Right. 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 Okay. 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 Fantastic. Okay. I'm going to the next slide. Can you see this? As a mother meeting the man for her daughter's marriage for the first time, you will feel most comfortable if the person turns up like A, B, C. From the left, middle, and the right, we can say C. Okay, this is invariably must be the common opinion. Okay, I'm going to the next one. Okay, this is you're a leader and you're supposed to delegate a person urgently for a meeting, and the top suit one and the kurti one and the blazer one. So who would be your first choice? C. Okay, the one in blazer is C. Yeah, invariably. Fantastic. So what did we do just now? What did we do? We just formed some opinion, right? We just formed some opinion on some stereotypical concepts, right? So whenever we see this, when we want to talk about some women who built the nation or who contributed for the nation, we feel that the super women will be having some capes or crowns or some magic wands, right? This is our opinion because we have seen superwomen are somebody who are totally different and we are normal human being like that. Huh? So I just want to cross this opinion. Why am I? So here goes the structure for my lecture. The myth that superwomen are not with crowns or capes. And I'm going to touch upon the topic men and women are not equal, but they're different. The nation building is not a separate process. It's an ongoing process. and how to choose your role model, and if you want to scale up your contribution to the nation building, what should be the recipe? And then if you want to be a superwoman, what are the tips and tricks? This is how I'm going to pitch my lecture. Fine. Okay. So now this, can you please guess who is this team? No. Yeah, looks are quite deceptive. I'm not coming to the looks. I'm just coming about forming this stereotypical opinion about people that it's going to be like this. Yeah, Chandrayaan Lance. Thank you, Dr. Anbarasi. Yeah, once you see this figure, half of yes, Mangalyan team. I'm so glad that people could recognize that, because whenever I show it to the students, they say it must be some company team or somebody from a wedding celebration or something like that. But when I show this figure, people very easily recognize, oh, this is Chandrayaan team. Okay, so this team represents. So I wanted to say this, these ladies in this movie are so refined, look so slim, look so stylish, but the actual team of Chandrayaan, they are common people, the women who made idli or aloo ka paratha in the morning, sent their kids to the school, and they helped their husbands and looked after their in-laws, and came to the office and just did their passion with involvements. They are having tummy, they are having shoulders, and they are having baldness and dark circles. They're very normal human being, normal women who made miracles. Right? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Yeah. And the Chandrayaan team was a very famous team. Any idea who is this team is about? Anybody knows any one of them in this picture? Any one of them in the picture? Yeah, if anybody can quote any one of them in the picture, that who are they? If you are not aware, you can just write no, because that would give me a clarity that whether these people are known or not. Yeah, no, yeah, that's correct. Okay, so this is the team. These are the panelists who examine the India's security challenges. They are from the Center for Air Power Studies of India. They are all scientists, strategists, and the experts of Indian defense systems. Okay, you can see this is a Twitter photo which came very recently. And this is the language these women talk. The second woman in this picture is Dr. Sethi. So I have been associated with her for a period of an year, and she is the nuclear expert of this country. Wherever there are conferences abroad and about the nuclear security, she is the one who represents India. Okay, so these girls talk this language, how Afghanistan is drafting their policies, or how Pakistan is drafting policy. If China is making a move, how our defense strategies are supposed to be planned. Are we going for a surgical strike, or are we going for a massive attack, a retaliation? How the strategy should be there. These are all the women who discuss. They are the panelists. Are we aware of them? They're not defense people. They're not from defense. They're not from defense. They are strategists. The military, government, national security strategist. Okay, so they are not on the posters, they are not on any visibility, they are not as celebrated at any of the platforms, but they all do silently their jobs with their highest of the intellect. Can you make out by seeing this picture? They are that caliber in the language they speak out. And when we come to the political arena, we may be knowing Sushma Swaraj. When we see this one, we can guess, or we can guess by seeing the parliament table. But now the current parliament has got enormous amount of women from all layers of the society, representing the constitutions and governance of India. And one more, any idea who is this girl? Any idea? Can anyone guess? Yes, no? Can someone type it? Yeah, no. Okay. Okay. She is Kavya, my favorite girl. She is a pioneer who is unwinding the Vedic scriptures of Vimana Shastra, and she is creating prototype aircrafts and making them fly exactly the way it has been mentioned in thousands of years old Sanskrit scriptures. I'm an aeronautical engineer, and my husband is an expert in aeronautical engineer who has been working with fighter aircrafts for the past 18 years. When we both listen to her, the way she explains pneumatics, electronics, and hydraulics explained in the Vedic literature through her slokas, we get blown away. Massive. She is part of NASA, part of Harvard Business School, part of History Channel. She is redefining the aerospace technology. Isn't she building the nation? And look at her humbleness. When she starts the lecture, anybody and everybody will feel like she must be a housewife or something. We put our opinion, our image management on them. But the job this girl is doing, just phenomenal, unimaginable. Even the professionals in this field, we feel ashamed to listen from her that how ignorant we are about our own treasures of knowledge. And ask the Google for all the bureaucrats. These are all the IAS officers. You Google about them, the amount of schemes they have brought for the country. Nowhere in the posters, nowhere in the celebrity list, nowhere in the textbooks. Our children would never come to know about them. But if this country is functioning perfectly today, if the vaccination is getting done, if we are escaping from all the economical surges, still if the country is quoted as a growing economy and doing good, these are all the hands which is invisibly involved in the process of nation building at various stages without any recognition, just for the monthly salaries. Right? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Any idea who is this beautiful woman? Anybody has heard about her? No. She is, no, not Tina Davi. She's Wing Commander Vijay Lakshmi. She is the first Air Force officer. Can you believe? Wing Commander Vijay Lakshmi was a gold medalist in 1943, and she was awarded for her surgery skills, and then she was selected for Army. Leaving that, she joined Indian Air Force and served for 24 years. Does our children know about that? I will come to Indra Nui. Somebody wrote Indra Nui. I will come to know Indra Nui later. But any of our generation has any idea that this woman served for 24 years in Indian military as a doctor? Any idea who is this girl? Any guesses? I'm not expecting everybody to be Google. Okay, so it's just a conversation. It's just a conversation. It's absolutely fine if you say we don't know. Yeah, she is the first Air Marshal Padmavati Pandopathyay. Ati Vishishta Seva Medal, Param Vishishta Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal, and all those medals. You can see the medal bar under her picture. Okay, a very cool, simple, humble, very grounded woman with Indian treasures. But her deeds are worth looking up. And just by reading my profile, somebody said goosebumps. And if you get to this, I'm not even 1% of these ladies who has contributed in building this nation as a woman. So today the world is open. My brothers and sisters are guarding the sky. And out of this girl, one girl is right now in the place where I'm giving this lecture, who is flying the fighter pilots. And the women are independently going on sailing and guarding the oceans of this country as naval officers and roaring at the front as army officers. Not one, not two, not 10, hundreds, thousands, I would say thousands of the women are taking the risk of their lives for the salary of 60,000 rupees to 1.5 lakhs. I'm not audible? Am I audible now, Mageshwari? Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you. Is my slide visible? Is my slide
It's breaking
visible?
a bit, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. So this comes to a point of opinion that there are thousands of women who are building this nation, but they are least bothered to be on the poster. That's a strong line I would like to convey at the beginning of my lecture. And we come back to that line that we assume that the super women are not those who have capes, crown, or magic wands. They are as common as you and me, but still contribute to the building of nation just through their passion and consistency. They evolve from any corner of the country. Look at the background, look at the where she is sitting, look at the deed she is doing, and look at the pride she has brought to this country, despite she being a mother of not one, two, but three. They don't know, they don't want to compromise on their womanhood. They don't have to give up the girl in them to celebrate life or needed to become a male to fetch their recognition. Even if she is an Olympiad, her pink rubber band tells that she loves being a girl, right? These girls know the focus that I want to do, I want to achieve, I have a vision, I have a mission, I will do it at any cost. Despite the obstacles, they confront and they build the nation. They are the image of this country. Let's salute them. From here, I'm moving to the second topic. If anybody else wants to share anything or talk anything, I'm open for discussion. Whatever we have been talking, you want to share something in related to this, you can just raise your hand and mute and we can have a discussion. Anybody? Should we move ahead? Can I get an yes? Yeah. Thank you, Anita. Yeah. So I want to tell this a small story. Okay. So like when we were kids in olden days, me and my sister were at our parents' home and we had some wood left over. So my father was planning to make some furnitures. So I said, okay, we don't have a proper sofa. Let's go for making it as a sofa. And my sister said, no, we don't have a proper cot and all. So we kids are grown up. Let's make some cot. So there was an argument between me and my sister. Okay, so I said sofa and she said cot. My father said, okay, what we have enough of wood rather than making a complete sofa set, we will divide it into one bed and one sofa. Okay, so we got this made. So when the furnitures came, me and my sister were fighting with each other. No, my sofa is looking so nice. It's good. I can sit on this. And my sister was like, then you sleep there only. So my bed is looking so nice and beautiful and things like that. We were fighting on this. So my father just pitched in and he said, Casey, how can you compare a bed and a sofa? Right? They both are made of wood. I agree. They both are made of wood. They both belonging to the category of furniture. Absolutely, yes. But they have different purpose. The bed is for sleeping and the sofa is for sitting. Of course, you can sit on the bed and you can sleep on the sofa, but they can cross the roles, but still they're different. You can compare a bed with a bed or a sofa of the sofa. They're not comparable. Don't argue unnecessarily with stupid concepts. So here comes to my mind that when we talk about a male and female, yeah, we are belonging to a common category of human being. Yes, we have two eyes, we have one nose, we have the same mouth, we have two hands, two legs. The structures are same. We fall under the same category, but still the hardware and the software are totally different, right? Our hardware is totally different. Our software. There was one video which. I don't know, long back it was trending. There was a guy who was giving the lecture. If you see a male's brain, how it is working, it will be in boxes. So they will take out one matter at a time, they will discuss, and then they will close it. In similar way, if you see the female work brain, just a minute. They are wired here and there with multiple connections. It will connect everything and everywhere. So our software is totally different. If we see a girl looks at a girl. You can kind of see the screen. A girl look at it's not coming. Coming now? Am I audible? Yeah, yeah. So when a girl looks at a girl, we look at the aesthetic appearance of a girl, how she is dressed up, what are the accessories she is wearing, kind of. But at the same time, if a male is looking at a girl, except the accessories, they will minus that and rest of the things will be visible to them because this software is totally different. Right? So I would like to challenge this statement that men and women are equal. But then I would like to pitch it at the concept that men and women are totally different, right? So I don't have to always compete with the men and prove that I'm masculine. I can do the job whichever you can do. No, your role is different and my role is different. See, if you see the mechanic, we're all engineers. You take out a gear piece and keep it in your hand and see they will look similar. Right? You take any diodes or capacitors or resistors, when you take it as an individual pieces and keep it in your hand and see, they all may look similar. But when you put it into the circuit, one gear will be running in this direction, one gear will be running in this direction, right? Because they have a role to play in a general mechanism. If every gear is telling that I will be running in this direction only, so the whole mechanism will be getting jammed. If every diode is wanting to behave in the same manner which every diode is behaving, so there will be a spark in the circuit. So wherever we are placed, we have, according to the position we have different roles to play. Yeah, all TV shows interview only from actors and yes. So when we go for a male and female gender equity discussion, so I do not find a concept that we are not supposed to put these two genders in a comparative scale at all, because we are two different species meant for two different roles. Is there anybody who is countering with me? We will take it as a discussion. It's a very interesting topic. So when it comes to the women part of it, I take it as it's a greatest creation of mankind, and we have our own traits. We are filled with incredible strength and grace, humility, passion, and dignity. When it comes to the male part, okay, God has designed them for a financial and mechanical security of a family. So they are supposed to be masculine. They are made stronger. They're not supposed to think so much. Then they will not take the risk to provide. Right? Yes, all living beings are unique. All living beings are unique. So why should I always be compete within another gender that I can do whatever you can do? I'm not less than you. No? So if you ask any woman who is in a successful position, be it a bureaucrat, be it a military officer, or be it a politician, whomsoever is standing there, so when we look up to them, somebody will say, oh, she's a strong woman. Absolutely strong women, but they are strong not knowing for their masculinity or dominance or arrogance. I would like to quote a small experience from my military experience. Like, I was a commanding officer in my signals unit. Okay, so I had one sergeant, one of my subordinate, who always used to create complaints when he goes to the field works, and others used to come back to me with his misbehaviors and things like that. So I gave him enough of warnings and things like that. One time I had to face a big issue, so I had to punish him. So military punishment is, yeah. So, Swarnalata, I will come back to you. I'll come back to you on this point. So, I was telling the story of my sergeant. So, I had to give him some punishment. So, when I went on a punishment, okay, I told that 1 week he will not go home, and he will be doing his duty for 24 hours. He will be given intermediate rest at some point of time for refreshing and things like that. But it's a punishment that he will not go home for a week. Okay. So the guy who gets punished, obviously it's harsh on them, but at the same time, I will be a disgrace inside the family. So they should be told that he has been given special appointments. At the same time, in military camp, we live in a very closed atmosphere. So if his wife is struck for any of the supports, be it medical or be it getting the household things or whatever it is, every day we will be providing one call to her, and her needs will be met. Just because he is under punishment, the family should not suffer. This is very clear. So I passed on this order. I did it in a natural sense. It came to my mind. I did it. And after 1 week of punishment, Sergeant came to me and he was literally on tears. And he said, "Ma'am, I salute you from the core of my heart, only for one reason, that you didn't put my image down in front of my daughter's eyes." My daughter was knowing that I'm on punishment. Okay. So my family didn't leave the respect for myself. So I'm grateful to that. I promise that till the time you are a commanding officer, I'm not going to repeat this. And believe me, next 8 months, he never gave me a chance. He never gave me a chance. Then I realized that, so executing an operational task and giving the punishment, those routine things will be there. But it is possible only for the women to think of how a daughter will be thinking, how a woman will be thinking, what extra step I can take to consider that. It was a choice for me. It was not mandatory for me. But then it helped me to show my power more. People were more cooperative towards me, more respectful towards me. So whenever you ask, I was watching some of the interviews of the IAS officers who were in the field like tigers. You ask the interview of Mrs. Kiran Bedi, whomsoever has achieved in the field, they know that their profession, they know that they mean the business, but at the same time, what made them strong is that the patience, nurturing, compassion, empathy, creativity, and grace, which carried along with their profession and connected with the people who dealt with. That's where they can win the power of the male. Those who were displayed masculinity, dominance, and arrogance, they were rejected by the male. So the power of women does not remain in showcasing yourself par with the male counterparts. The power is in embracing your own specialities and putting them into action. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Can someone type yes or no? Yeah. So I come to this point that women are not meant to do what all a man can do. Women are meant to do what a man cannot or unable to do. That's where we can strike a balance in this universe, because men and women are not equal, but we are different. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Can I get an yes? And is there anyone who disagrees with me or would like to express a different view, or supporting this point, want to express something? You can raise your hand and you can come online. Anybody? Anybody would like to add to it? Okay. Should we move ahead? I would be glad to listen some of your views. Even if you're agreeing to it, yes, I do agree for this reason. Someone can come on air and talk to us. It will break the monotony. It would be nice. Anybody? Fine. Okay. So I'm moving to the next slide. Somebody is writing something in the chat box. Let me read it. Yeah, ability and disability on women and men, it's judged by nature. Who is this? Anushri. Is it Anushri? Yeah. No.
Bhuvaneshwari, ma'am. Bhuvaneshwari Mariyappan.
Yeah, Bhuvaneshwari. Bhuvaneshwari, would you like to come on air and throw some more light on this point? Bhuvaneshwari?
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, Bhuvaneshwari. Thank you. Thank you for your response. Yeah.
Thank you, madam. Actually, in my opinion, what I feel is that, see, nature has created man and women in some pattern, okay? So even their internal organs are different. Although they have two hands and two eyes and one nose, their internal organs are different, and they have been created for a different purpose.
Yeah.
In that case, we cannot say that a man can do something and women cannot do, or women can do something and man cannot do. So that is my opinion, madam.
Yeah, absolutely. Bhuvaneshwari, what is your opinion on the concept that nowadays everybody, we keep shouting, the current generation, especially when it comes to the women empowerment. Okay, of course, we do have the capability to perform in the professional arena at par with men, with our intellect and things like that. And at the same time, in the home front also, there is gender liquidity, in the sense, okay, gone are the days when women are supposed to do only the household works were taken care by the only women. Nowadays, they being working women, even the male are contributing towards the household things. So there is a gender equality coming up. This is acceptable. This is a healthy discussion which we can take it. But what I'm asking about is the opinion which is forming that male female empowerment, no, we don't want to accept this, and the slogans. So the current generation gender equality, what do you feel about it? Yeah,
Again,
Deepthi.
I want to answer it from the nature's perspective. Again,
Okay.
because
Okay.
necessity is the need for everything. Because of the necessity only, today women has to not women, men has given us some big opportunities to be on par with them because of the necessity. And since they have to they are unable to handle the recent situations, and they are unable to move along with the growing nation at that faster speed. So in order to support them, they also need our support, and that is a reason why they have given us enough space in all the field. That is my opinion, because of the necessity only. Because human beings are
I
always
would like to
thinking.
come back to you, Bhuvaneshwari. I would like to hear from Deepthi. Bhanu, can you unmute Deepthi?
Yes.
Deepthi Datta? Is she able to come online? Okay, so I'm keeping her views. We will continue. I'm continuing on the same line. I'll get back to Deepthi. Fine. See, I'm showing two pictures here. A beautiful house, living rooms. Just can I ask some responses in the chat box? What do you like in this? What do you like
Good
in this?
afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, Deepthi. Is it Deepthi?
Yes. Okay. So I would like to add something regarding the women empowerment. We are already empowered. Okay. So I believe in that we are already empowered, and the proofs are there from our mythology also. Should I add some event from there? You know that Ganesha is known as Parvati Putra. Yeah, and science has proved that only a female can give birth to a child also. No need the male partner. So that what does it prove? That we are already empowered from our Brahmins born only. When the world exists, from that time we are empowered.
Source of
But what
creativity. The
we,
source of creativity is Shakti.
yeah,
That is your point.
and what we need now is we have to make this feeling to our male partner that we are already empowered, but we are suppressed. Okay, and I also think that we need to motivate our generation that we are already empowered. We have to progress that.
Yeah,
Okay.
beautifully said. We need to grace that. Yeah. Nice.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Deepthi,
ma'am,
for coming
for
forward.
giving the chance.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, I'm asking not the which one is better, the red one or green one is better. I'm just telling by seeing this, what are the things which catches your eyes? What are the things which catches your eye? Maybe the sofa or okay, the bright colors of paint, you like it, okay, and somebody, okay, somebody likes the cushions and the lampshades or the decorative items.
Sunrise. Sun,
Pardon?
ma'am, sunrise, the light.
The sun rays which is coming inside the home,
Sec,
beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so the
sec,
arrangements. So generally, when we look at things, we look at the external aesthetics, right? Nobody tells, I would love to say that I like the bricks and cements inside the wall. Would anybody would go for it? We don't say that, right? We don't say that. So it is like this. When once I asked initially that who is coming to your mind on the name of building nation, everybody went for those aesthetic people, like the celebrities, those names who gave. One person gave a very beautiful answer. I'm a taxpayer. I'm proud of myself. I myself is building my nation. So it's like this. See, the topic which I'm going to enter is the nation building is not a very special process. And one more small question, if you see these two pictures, which wall is stronger? Tell me, the first one or second one? First one, first one is stronger or second one is stronger? Second one. Because see, lower one is stronger because it has been patched up with the cement. There is a layer in between. In the first wall, actually the bricks are just arranged. If you hit it, it may fall at any time. So they have to be bonded. The purpose of cement is just to bond the independent elements of the bricks, right? So that is how the role of women plays in this country. The role of women is like a cement. We keep the bondings alive by keeping the basic social structure called family. Every nation, if you break the nation, it will fall down to a smaller structure. From the nation, it will come to the state. From the state, it will come to the district, then to the taluk, or maybe the village. Inside the village, there may be a relative circle or a clan. From inside the clan, there is a family. Inside the family, there are 3 or 4 or 5 people. In that 5 people, that is the basic building block of the nation. And if you fall down to that level, women are those who plays the role of binding every individual elements together. So to my topic, next one is nation building is not a separate process. This is what we women do every day. And I would like to quote some statistics. If we see India, if you see the statistics, this is the total crime per 1,000 people in the world. So they have ranked. In this one, you can see India is in 76th rank. We all know that India's population is second largest in the world next to China. So we can as much as have the freedom to have the crime rates are also very high. We can very much go to the first position or second position, but we are not there. The first position is here, Iceland. The amount is 209. Comparing there, you go and Google what is the population of Ireland or Sweden. They're not even to the size of one of our states. There the crime rates are 138, but in India it's coming to the rank of 76, and see the crime rate, it is 1.64 per 1,000 people. Crime index, India is in 71st position. And you see the divorce rates. It is as low as 1%, when the highest in the globe is 87%. What does it say? What does it say? Because the Indian women are still holding that family structure inside inside the smallest possible element called a home. The kids are still given the value system. That is how the crime rate is less. The husbands are still taken care of by holding the relationship. They may get a beaten up by the wife, but still we ensure that this country is not populated with prostitution and doesn't have so much of Amsterdam like other countries. Despite the dislike stories, series, serials, and everything, the daughter-in-laws and the daughters hold on to their married families. That is how there is not much of old age homes or people on street in this country. Still the family structure is alive. Isn't it because we all keeping it bonded? Aren't we holding the structure? The moment the statistics falls, don't you think this nation is coming under the falling state? right? If this country is coming in the status, India stands first in the crime, India stands first in prostitution, India stands first in old age home, that their elders are homeless. So don't you think this nation will fall? No, it's not happening, because at the very basic structure, the women are doing this. One more concept I want to come to is, one way gone are the days when the wars between the countries are considered as fought with the weapons and the guns and the missions. Any purpose of war will be to destroy the identity of the country and to express the supremacy of your concept and to destroy the variable resources available with the country. Now with the current technological era, how we are fighting the war, it's a cultural war, it's an economic war, and it's an ideological war. It's an ideological war. The conspiracy which is put inside this country is, do you know the investors from China, investors and other companies from China are putting thousands of crores on Swiggy and Zomato? You know why? It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy because every woman in the house, I'm 42 years old. Still, my mom, when she comes there, she modifies her cooking because Bharti likes it like this. Okay, so we as some women, when we cook for our child, when we cook for our husband or the parents, we know the texture, the taste, the dilution, the content and everything. So that creates a special customized bonding, and it's not a one-time affair. When we cook 3 times a day for the lifetime, we bond with each other. That family structure is alive. The day the woman is taught, I don't have to take care of this task, it will be outsourced. And another thing is, the woman who is not earning is not worth anything. Put this into the brain. So she would leave everything and she will go out to fetch that price, right? And then leave the parenting to the nannies, babysitters, and things like that. So two generation mothers who are not into parenting, who doesn't have the time for teaching value system to the kids, who doesn't have time to cook at home, are not interested to cook. Do you think the third generation will survive this family structure? Will there be bonding? Will there be health? Will there be any hesitance towards these crime things and like that? No. After when the mother and son and mother or daughter or father bondings are broken, now the kids doesn't have any embarrassment to do anything wrong, right? Who are you to ask me? Who are you to ask me? The bonding is not there at all. We are afraid that it may bring shame to my parents. That is where the crime rate is less. The husband is afraid, how can I go break the trust with my wife and go out? That's how the prostitution is less. Okay, so if this basic element is broken, it will be very easy to win over the country. The country people will not have any strong core value, and it's very easy to break the country. That's the conspiracy people are now working upon, winning the countries or making the country to fall. So if the basic element of women who are building the nation is not strong enough, they will achieve their target. That's how these concepts are taught now. Oh, periods is my natural thing, I can disclose and display my used napkins, or being pregnant while during the marriages, it's an acceptable thing. This is all pumped inside as a conspiracy. It's a because to dilute our value system, the movies are paid to get directed and give it to the next generation. It's okay to have a premarital sex. It's okay if I'm pregnant during my marriage. It's an acceptable thing. If a male is removing his vest and walking on, oh, so what? I'm also equal to them. I can also take out my shirt and walk. This is what called women empowerment. This has been put into the generation because to break the basic structure of nation building. But to us, the true empowerment lies here. The women who hold on to their values, who hold on to the family structure, who took care of their children, who ensured that basic elements are stabilized, and above that they put their extra efforts to reach out to achieve something in the process of, so for the building of nation. So this is true empowerment. We are supposed to give our children this content. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Is there anyone who would like to differ in my opinion? If you're agreeing, can you please
Very true.
agree?
Very true what you said about Swiggy and Zomato. People are nuts about this. And even my husband said that, Richard, this is a Chinese conspiracy. I do not know what facts are there into it. But definitely, what you talked about motherhood and people back home, who are the building blocks. See, we do not allow our societies to go, just amok, like what the
Yeah.
Western counterparts have done. And, practically, there are many things that never comes to the media. Only bad things are, voiced. So that way,
Yeah.
India and Indians are blessed to be in such a lovable format, right? Where
Yeah.
womanhood is actually, it is practiced,
The
it is
examples
preached.
whichever I have
Yeah.
given you, did you see
Yes,
the girls
very
from
true.
the
I
rural?
agree.
Yeah, yeah. India is still providing space for all the women to evolve. The media is showcasing that Indian women are suppressed, this, that, they are troubled, they are raped, and all those things. But you see the quantum of women who are coming out from every corner of the country. This country gives space to everybody. But then they want to break the structure. This is how they want to fight the war through these conspiracies. Right? Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, ma'am. True. Very true.
True. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing. And one more
Ma'am,
concept I
I had
want
a
to come
hunch
to
on
is
this.
the
Yeah, I
yeah,
had a
please,
hunch.
please.
I had a hunch on this, but I was looking for a platform where if someone could, of your stage, you would speak. And Bharti ma'am, that's very true. I had also realized it way back. Thank you for this.
Yeah. Yeah. One more concept is this women and GDP. So there are GDP. I hope everybody understand what is the GDP. It is the gross domestic product of the country. Whatever is the services and products put together, if we want to calculate the value of the country, and that defines how rich or poor is this country. So what people and researchers, economists, they say is women, Indian women, are for that matter, the global women, they're all sitting at home. So they're not productive. So if they also come into the workforce, they will also be able to contribute to the economical growth. For example, if in a family, I'm my husband and the two male were working, they were earning 20,000 rupees. Now one more female also join the workforce, and she earns 10,000 rupees, etc. So the family income becomes 30,000 rupees. What if the elder one and the younger one also joins? If the family income can be made at 50 percentage. So like this, if the family income grows, the country's income also will grow. So the more the inclusion of women into the workforce will increase the GDP value of the country. Right. So the World Banks and things like that, they all assess that if we get more workforce, so we can increase the growth of the economical growth of the country. That's absolutely true. Technically, I accept. So that is how now the country and the corporate are all adopting this diversity hiring policies, right? So everywhere there has to be women given some space so that they come out and contribute to the economy, and give them work from home opportunities so that they can take care of their kids and elders. At the same time, they can contribute to the growth of economy and things like that. And even if a woman is taken a break from her career, it's okay. We are giving a special platform for them to bounce back. We will give them special training. We understand that they lack some skills. We will give the responsibilities accordingly, but we want the returnees. So we are giving the platforms. So the women and GDP is one hot thing which is going on in the economical development platform. But I have another view, right? So if you see the villages, all the casual laborers who are working days in the agricultural fields will be female. The construction workers are female. The factory workers are female. They all have been contributing to the economy. Okay, fine. But I have another thing is the conceptually, the calculation of GDP itself wrong. Let me explain why. If a woman is, there is some concept called unpaid work. Unpaid work. If a woman is taking care, if a woman is going to, for example, I'm going to an office, if my child is unwell, I will send a nurse to take care of the child and I'll pay her 1,000 rupees. If I'm sitting at home, I'm not expending that 1,000 rupees. That means that I earned that 1,000 rupees. If I'm not having the time to cook my own food, I will order food for 2,000 rupees for my entire family members. I'm not working, I'm sitting at home with the ingredients of 200 rupees, I'm cooking my entire food. That means I've earned the 2,000 rupees. Does that get included in the GDP? No. The country does not calculate, the mechanism does not calculate that as a GDP. So there is an unpaid work structure, right? Do you agree with me? So I would like to show a video. Wait, if I can share that file. Are you able to see this file? Are you able to see the video or still on my PPT?
No, it's not visible.
It's blank, madam.
It's blank. Okay.
It takes a
Should
few
I?
seconds before it actually boosts. It takes a few seconds. Yeah, sometimes.
Is it coming? Unpaid core work?
No, ma'am.
No, it's not coming.
It's not coming. Bhanu Prakash, can you please guide me? Am I supposed to unshare this and go for the others sharing?
Ma'am, I think you have to share that window also, ma'am. You can go top.
Pardon? Bhanu, I'm
You
not
can,
able to hear you.
ma'am, you can share. I mean, is
Share.
the video linked with the PPT or is it a separate?
No, it's a separate thing. So I stop and I go back again, right?
Yes, ma'am. I can see the video.
I can play now because VLC media player is showing.
Okay, fine. Are you able to get the audio?
That people do in taking care
Yes,
of
ma'am.
each other and building on each other's capabilities. In particular, very young children, people who are sick, need really significant amount of attention and care. And very often it is women who do this kind of work. The main character
Sound is not coming, ma'am.
I think what is really important is to appreciate its significance for any society or economy. So this work is really what makes the society and the economy tick. In many ways, this kind of work is seen as a solid foundation on which official industries and services and economies and schools and universities sit. Without this kind of work, it would be very difficult to even think of a society that can function. One kind of universal fact seems to be that in nearly all human societies, it is often upon women this kind of work falls. What we say is highly feminized. We have some data which showed that something like 75% of all unpaid care work is carried out by women and girls. So this is a very unequal distribution between men and women. In fact, it does penalize women because taking on the bulk of this work often carries a penalty in terms of not being able to have a full-time job with a decent wage, not being able to accumulate a pension, not getting all of the benefits that come from formal sector employment. So the penalties are many, even though the benefits to society are huge. Redistributing care is really, really critical. So that really involves a rethinking and redoing of our kind of social relationships. States can go a long way in terms of making sure that there are good quality public services, childcare services, but also you try and change your expectations and social norms so that women and men can share those responsibilities more equally. So with more policies, you also increase the social expectation that more can be done to redistribute the work and not to just say this is a private matter and it's for families to deal with, which very often falls on women and girls.
Are you able to hear my voice now?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I'm so sorry because I'm doing my audio through mobile and the video through laptop. I had to patch this, so this has a technical glitch but I think though it's not clear, hope you got some gist of the words which were popping up on the video. So it is a video from the UN that says that the unpaid works that has to be considered. If we consider that amount of work in the country's GDP for different countries, how much it would be contributing. So anybody else would like to add on to it? I will share the link of this video in the chat box after this. or I'll put it inside the group, whomsoever is listening. It's a nice concept which explains the concept of calculating GDP. Okay, so I'm moving to the next topic, how to choose your role models if you want to feel that you want to scale up your contribution. You want to scale up your contribution towards building the nation. So these are all the beautiful pictures which caught my eyes of this Padma Shri Award function of 2021. Look at these ladies, their fashion, their age, the red carpet, and the cause for which they have been awarded. Gone are the days when the celebrities and the female film stars and the singers were getting the Padma Shri awards. Now it is so inspiring to listen or read the story of each and every old age people who are getting this award and their contribution to the nation. Did anybody observe this? These past 2 years, all these stories? Can someone acknowledge? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So when you have to choose your role models, I really want to find out. Bhanu Prakash, I would send a video to your WhatsApp. If you can play from there when I say, is it possible? Bhanu?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll keep this continued. Okay, we were talking about Indra Nooyi. Yeah. So day before yesterday, one of my friend was putting the status of the leadership schemes of policies or quotations of Indra Nooyi. So I said that why you're so much inspired with that lady. So she said, I love this lady for her leadership skills. I'm a core follower of her. But then I was objecting it. Who is Indra Nooyi? She is an American. She is from an Indian origin, of course, but they have surrendered their citizenship long back. They got settled down in America and they're working for a single corporate company, right? So when you choose the leaders, you need to look at the cause for which they have been working. So Indra Nooyi is a very skillful leader, but then what she has achieved is she made a crore people to drink the toilet cleaner by exploiting the natural resources for increasing profit of one particular corporate company. She may have leadership skills, absolutely agreed. But as an Indian woman, do I have any lessons to take home? That did she build my country? Did she build my nation? Did she contribute to any of the aspects? When I say Mrs. Sudha Murthy, the founder of Infosys, you just Google about her. And when we go, these are all the two pictures I have taken from the Wikipedia. What philanthropy Mrs. Nooyi has done. They have done it for the Yale School of Management and donated some books. And come to the social aspects of Mrs. Sudha Murthy. Look at the quantity of libraries. Look at the quantity of lives they have touched. Look at the facilities which they have made it in the country. Which woman is building my nation? Which woman is building her image? They're totally two different personalities. We get inspired by the aesthetics. Like we said, the home is looking so beautiful because of the sofa, but there are bricks and cements behind the sofas. There's so many demonstrated people who are there in this country, sitting inside the country, compromising all the luxuries if they have gone outside and settled in abroad, still serving this nation. All these IAS officers, IPS officers, government bodies, military officers, don't you think they have the potential to go out and earn money like other people? Why they are sitting in this country working for less and still building this nation? Right? So when you have to develop your role models, you have to choose wisely. Osama and Obama, they both are national leaders, global leaders. Both are global leaders, right? They both have impact in the society. They both have influenced thousands of people. There is only one letter difference in their names. Instead of B, it's S. Whom will you choose, Obama or Osama? What decides? It's the cause for which they are working. What is the impact they're creating and where they're influencing the people's life. So when you choose the role model, we have to be very cautious about it. And the most powerful women in the world, the most Indian women in the list, Forbes delivers the list of things. 20 years back, I had an aspiration that I have so much of potential. And after 20 years, I would like to be in the list of 100 Forbes top 100 women list and things like that. Now I don't have any craze at all. That is only aesthetics. People there, okay, Roshini Nadar Malhotra is in the 52nd rank, but her golden bed was already set by Mr. Shiv Nadar, right? But then there is one Jamuna Tudu. Have you heard about this lady? This lady summarizes my lecture. I desperately want to show the video of Jamuna Tudu. Bhanu, do you get a WhatsApp of my video? Bhanu?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Could you get it? Is it possible to play from your end?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm playing. WhatsApp open check. Share screen.
Or I would request you to put it in the group. Only admins can send the message so that everybody can see it in their WhatsApp also, if not able to play it here.
No, ma'am. There are some
Okay.
options for me to share, so I'm sharing
Okay.
the same file.
Okay. See, before he plays it, I
Ma'am,
would
I
just
think
like to give it.
you yourself has an option to share files also, ma'am, along with this PPT.
Okay, sharing two applications. Do I have
Click on
to?
share. There are some tabs over there, ma'am. File.
Okay, stop sharing.
File.
I need to stop sharing, right?
No, no. Maybe, ma'am. It may ask you
Yeah,
to.
I have to stop. Then only you'll be able to share. Yeah. See, this woman, the first part. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Banu, are you sharing?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sharing it, ma'am.
Okay. So she is called, does anybody know about her?
No.
No. Okay. She is one amazing woman. She's called Jamuna. She is a village woman.
Shall I play the video, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah, please. Play. Yeah. Bhanu, can you please give me permission to share my slide?
Yes, ma'am. Just gave it, ma'am.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the last portion did not have any subtitles. That lady was so simple in saying the host, like, how could you reach up to the Padma Shri Award? She said, I never intended, I never needed any recognition. I didn't have to tell that I have to do this job. I never had to realize that I'm doing my job. It was, I'm supposed to do that. I just did that. So it came on my way. It's perfectly fine. That's what she responded. So I feel these are all the women who are building the nation, not Indra Nui. Do you agree with me? Anybody wants to argue with that? And they are, I tell you, this 10,000 women, this 10,000 women who are protecting, did you see them walking with the kites? They are Durga. They are the versions of Mother Bhumi. They're they're safeguarding this country's each and every tree and tying Rocky to them as their own brothers. These are all the women. For me, they're the heroines who are the ones who are building the nation. So they summarize my point of the lecture, which I have been. Are you able to see my slides?
No, ma'am. I think you have to share
No.
them.
You have to share again.
Yeah, share my. Are you able to see now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So this woman summarizes my entire point of lecture, that the myth of a superwoman are not with capes, crowns, and magic wands. Did you look at her profile? Did you look at her profile? And they are not even comparable with male. The mafia were running. They were scared. They're running because these women were with bows and arrows and kites. And the nation building, it's not a separate process. It is an ongoing process which every woman takes it as her involvement, passion, and vision. And the role models are supposed to be like these people, not the ones who are on the list of Forbes top 100 women. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm coming to the point that we all know now that I have made it a point that it's not necessary that we have to look up to someone. We just have to put the torch on our side, that we can also, we are as such, we are contributing to the process of building nation. But the thing is, only the scales are different. Somebody is going beyond their comfort zone and contributing in certain bigger level, and somebody are inside the comfort zone still by providing a strong basic family structure, or putting our assistance in the nearby community, or wherever we are, still we are contributing to the building of nation. But if you want to scale up, you want to be the one who would like to be at the places where we are showing as role models, the formula is vision, passion, and compassion. That's what I derive. Formula, can anybody can put their own formula. The formula which I put for myself is vision, and we just have to have a point, purpose, agenda. Okay, this is what I want to do. Shortlist, and then do that with lots of passion. So when you were reading my profile, she was telling I went across to learn 13 forms of Indian traditional arts. I felt that this country has enormous treasure of having a traditional art and craft, not the modern art side of it, but every state has got its own special of Tanjore paintings, Cheriyal painting, Tolubomulu, marble art, Worli, Madhubani, and all those Patachitra. We have enormous treasure of Indian traditional art, but all the artisans are leaving their profession and they're getting into engineering, and this art is just vanishing. So I felt that this I have lots of options, being an aeronautical engineer or something, but my passion went towards Indian art, and I felt that I have to do a research in this, and I want to contribute in preserving this art or keeping this artisan in this field by putting your own intellectual property, by giving them entrepreneurship opportunity, bringing them to a platform so that they continue to do it with pride. So this is going to be my passion, and Indian art, Indian traditional art is going to be my vision. So while doing that, I have to have that empathy and compassion to those rural artisans who feel that they're left over, their exclusive art are being sold for 250 rupees, which are worth 2000 or 3000 rupees. I need to have the compassion for them. This is what going to give me the consistency that I can contribute something in the process of nation building. So that's how this formula I was taking. So if you see any successful women who was contributing or is contributing to the nation, yeah, they have that vision, that which is my passion, where I'm supposed to go, how I'm supposed to go, to whom I'm supposed to show my compassion. Okay, they're very clear about it. So if you have that fire in you, if you have that intention in you, work on this line. Where is my area? But otherwise, I would like to promise that each and every one of you attending this session here have contributed to this process of building nation by taking care of your child, by taking care of your husband who doesn't want to take the banyan and chatti which is right in front of this shelf, but still asking for you, for your support. You run around them, you calculate the medicines of your mother-in-law, father-in-law, parents. You have protective, and after everything you did your studies, you become a technical person, and after your routine you have taken extra effort to build your learning through these courses. You are very much into the process of building nation. We should be proud of ourselves. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So when I go, when if you're in home, when you go in front of the mirror, tell yourself, call your name, dear, you're doing good. You are also into the process of building nation. I'm very proud of you, and salute yourself. Does it make sense?
Already doing it, ma'am. I already do it.
Yeah. So I have put this picture. One has got the broadest stone at the bottom, and then subsequently the smallest stones when they rise in the height. The other side picture, if you see it on the right side, there is a smaller stone at the bottom, and the weight is increasing at heights. Do you think which one will be the stronger thing? Because see, I may be a very good engineer, a military officer, or some corporate leader who goes and builds the economy and gives the leadership lessons to the country. So you are serving at the top layer, your weight is top, you are contributing to the nation building at the economical level. But if you have not taught value system to a son, agar unki son, if their son is going and molesting a girl, if the value system is not built up at the personal circle level, the society is going to fall. This will be like the second picture, right? The bottom is not strong. The bottom of the country is not strong. Then we may be having a good economy, we may have luxury for everything, but the basic value system of the country will be falling. We will be rising on the statistics on negative side while representing our country. The nation building process will be a failure. So when we look at our scaling up the contribution towards building the nation, I would like to request you to start from the bottom, the personal circle, family, the basic building block, and then the immediate society, then the nation, and you can go above the nation to serving towards a humanity, right? So while we as a women have another responsibility while scaling up, we are supposed to teach our own sons to contribute when the other girl is also being part of nation building. So nowadays I see this generation right now is that migration generation. The yesterday generation was not into this, the next coming generation is going to go fully into it. So this is the transforming generation. Here this generation women has got a huge role in creating a change in mindset towards the contribution. So if the mother-in-law is telling, "Arey, yeah, this girl just on the name of working, he makes my son to do everything." If this mindset is not there, it's there, then the entire concept is not acceptable. Again, the responsibility of preparing, be it a male child or a female child, towards the equality lies again in the hands of women. We, right? So if we are supposed to be the one who are going to build it, so first we need to make ourselves stronger, illuminate yourself. Here I come to the last topic, that the small tips and tricks if you want to be a superwoman to yourself. You don't have to be on posters, don't have to be a celebrity, you don't have to be on magazines, but still to your own circle, you want to radiate your own vibes, illuminate yourself. So simple tips that you take care of yourself, you be healthy, celebrate that girl in you, right? It's not necessary that I have to wear a pant shirt and always stand masculine to prove myself stronger. Even a woman in bindi, jhumka and sari, a person who means business and having the intellectual stuff is as stronger than any other male. It's okay to celebrate the womanhood inside you. Celebrate the girl inside you. If you're tired, take a break. There are measures to bounce back, but you have to hold on to the base. You have to hold on the nation at the bottom of the society. And when you have to escalate, draft a purpose and keep the focus on that. And the best thing not to get rust is never stop learning. Never stop learning. Learn from anywhere. Learn from Google, learn from the people who are talking to you, learn from the people who are below to you through mutual interaction. Wherever it is, keep your brain upgrading. Never stop your learning and have a heart to give, contribute to your family members, contribute to the immediate society, contribute to the strangers, contribute to your knowledge, contribute through your skills. Wherever you give, if you have a big heart to give, you receive respect. That respect makes you more powerful and it makes you vibrate. Okay, you can send positive vibes around you. So this is what I follow it about, and as a interactive process, I would like to share with all women. Let's build ourselves strong fire, which eventually will result in building a strong nation. That is what the point I would like to make. So I'm left with 8 more minutes. I would like to have a few more views, or if anybody wants to talk or interact, we are open to discuss. Anybody want to share their views?
If anybody wants to interact, they can raise their hand and get unmuted.
Okay. Just can you type one sentence or 2 sentences about how did you feel about the lecture? It could have been more interactive or
Hi, it's okay if I speak some words. Will that be okay?
Please. I would love to hear that.
Bharti ma'am, more than a women entrepreneur and as whatever this program has given, this your particular program is very nice, and the way you have brought in Indianism, Nui's example is a startling one, and the way you're Zomato and things that are happening and we are not realizing it.
Absolutely. Recently, did you
Going back
hear?
to roots.
Yeah, you complete. I'll
Yes,
come.
going back to the root
You
level.
complete, then I'll come back.
Actually, I teach my students. Yeah, I teach my students. We have nothing to learn from the West. It is they that have to learn from us. There are sorted examples in India that is enough for us to build a very healthy society, a stronger world. And I'm sure, ma'am, if we have strong people like you around, India will see a better tomorrow. Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be a part of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And to add to you, dear, I give a lecture on Indianism solid for 3 hours. That where all we have been strong in technology, mythology, Vedic science, medicine, and culture. Everything has been systematically destroyed to lower our confidence. Even now, you see, recently Mr. Parag has become Twitter CEO. Some of the ladies who has taken Chanel, Mrs. Nair, and there's one more lady was celebrated so grandly that, oh, our Indians have become the CEOs and the places like this. Whereas we have thousands of people who are doing some amazing job inside the country. right? They don't do anything for my nation. They have already surrendered their citizenship and they're doing for the corporate companies. We are taking proud of themselves, but we are not looking at next door, the wonderful people who are contributing to our nation, right?
Yeah,
We
and
need to
ma'am,
look at
there's a management joke about this that if you have an Asian boss, God save you, and if you have an Indian boss, nobody can save you. So it goes like this.
Yeah. So it was amazing interacting with you people. I would love to have your videos, seeing each other and talking, things like that. Nevertheless, I would like to remain associated with all you people as a process of mutual learning. I love to network. So whomsoever wants to get connect with me, you can talk to the course. I will put my contact numbers in the WhatsApp group as well. We would remain in touch. We will talk like this with like-minded thoughts about these things, right? I would love to do that. If you have not got a chance to interact here, or if you're in a listening mode, sometimes you personally wanted to share something that, or you want to discuss about it, share with that. I would love to have this. I would love to have your connection. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. That was an electrifying session. So a big salute from all of us to you and to all those who have proved that nothing can stop you and sky is the limit. Thank you
Yes.
for inspiring us and also introducing us to so many superwomen out there whom I'm sure many of us didn't knew. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening and have an amazing year ahead, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Netravati, for giving this lovely opportunity. I'm very grateful to all of you. And thanks for your patient listening. Thank you. Jai Hind. Good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
And participants, thank you so much for bearing with us in spite of having a lot of technical glitches throughout the
Yeah,
day.
I'm really sorry
No, ma'am.
about it. I'm really
No,
sorry
ma'am. It
about it
was
that I missed
today
15
was.
minutes of that.
It's
Yeah,
okay, ma'am. No
but
problem.
still, I'm
Today
so
was
thankful that it has happened. Glad.
yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, glad. I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you
Thank,
so much.
yeah, thank you, participants, and let us meet tomorrow morning, the last day of the year, 2021, for another interesting day. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening.
Thank you. Good day, Netravati. Good day,
Good day,
participants.
ma'am.
Thank you
Thank
all.
Thank you, ma'am.
you. I'm leaving.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.